Greetings, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is the high priest, L.D. Smith, the watchman on the wall. Our family, as always, we got a fantastic teaching. Thank the Most High for all things. Family, I ask you guys to grab that King James. Boy, we gotta find him. But we still dealing with a wise man is strong. A wise man is strong. And in family, we're gonna see in this teaching tonight about how the heart is. How the heart in man is, and how important it is for us to guard our heart. I know we talked about that in the past, but we still got to revert back to that where it says, guard your heart with all diligence. Why? Because out of it flows all the issues of life. Everything comes out of that. All right. And that being said, I said grab that King James, but first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to the whole family. Happy Sabbath, Israel. All family, all family. Now, I did ask you guys to read along with me, and I asked you guys to think about it. Think about the words that are coming out of your mouth. And I know that the Most High is going to give you a clear understanding. Now, that being said, moving right along. Oh, yeah. Anyway, family, let me tell you guys also, I'm on this health kick now. I'm at the age, where I need to take care of my body. That's why you guys, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm walking, like 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 miles a day. And I'm doing it in a kind of competitive way. I'm walking like I can walk 5 miles under an hour. At my age, and plus, I'm doing intermediate fasting also. So I'm fasting all the time, and I'm walking all the time, and that's why I look the way I look. No, I'm not sick. I'm fine. I'm doing good. Like I said, I be walking, 5 miles on the hour. Most of the time, I'm down by 3. I do 3 hours and 32 minutes. 33, somewhere along in there, but they all have to be under. Like when I'm walking my 3 miles, I don't feel adequate enough if I'm walking it in 36 minutes. So I have to be under 36 minutes. So most of the time I'm around about 33, 34. But when I push myself, I go down to a 32. But that's why, I am as small as I am. And I know you guys, been concerned about me, but no, I'm not sick. I'm doing this. I'm doing this for health purposes. So, okay, that being said, now we're going to move on. All right. Now, we're going to go to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 24. We're going to pick back up again because this is a part 2 of a wise man is strong. Now, we're going to begin with verses 4 and 5. Well, let's do 3, 4, and 5. All right? And 6 and 7. let's do that. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, it says, through wisdom is a house built, and by understanding it is established. And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious. Y'all see that word? Precious and pleasant riches. See that? Wisdom will do all this for you. You can't help but get increased. Now look what it says here. A wise man is strong. Yea, a man of knowledge increases strength. For by wise counselor thou shalt make thy war, and in the multitude of counselors there is safety. Wisdom is too high for a fool. We're going to leave it off there. Wisdom is too high for a fool. You can't be a fool now. When you got wisdom, you can't be a fool. Now let's keep on going. Now we're going back to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Now let's look at verses. Well, we're gonna read. Let's read 1, 2, and 3. All right. Let's read that. It says, for all this I consider in my heart. Now this is Solomon. Even to declare all this, that the righteous and the wise and their works are in the hand of God. No man knoweth either love nor hate by all that is before him. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Now you know why certain individuals don't like you. Now you know why certain individuals like you. Writing the pages. I give all praise to the Most High God. And see, I tell you guys all the time, the Most High does all these things. Solomon here is telling you that God does all these things. Now let's keep on going. For all things come alike. To all there is one event, to the righteous and to the wicked, to the good and to the clean, and to the unclean, to him that sacrifices and to him that sacrifices not. As is the good, so is the sinner. And he that swears, as he that fears an oath. This is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all. Yea, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil and madness. Now you see why Solomon says, guard your heart. Why? Because all of this is in there, and most people don't know it. They don't. I have said it time and time again. There is stuff in us that we don't know. But here Solomon is warning us. See, because like I said, a lot of y'all going to disappoint yourself. Y'all, as a matter of fact, y'all already have at one time or another. That's why you need to guard your heart. That's why you need to get this word in you. Because without this word, all this madness, all this evil that's in your heart, it's going to come out of your mouth. It's going to come out of your mouth. That's right. It's going to come out of your mouth. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show y'all in some more teachings. I'm going to show it to you. And see, if you can't see it, when you look in a mirror, you see yourself. But I'm going to leave it as that because I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet. But I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you right. I'm going to give it to you right. And you're going to see. You're going to see. And like I say, I want the ones that God says that he's going to send from the east, from the west, from the north to the south. He says he's going to tell them to give up my sons and daughters. Those are the ones that I want. And those are the ones that I want to further this cause. I have a Cash App, PayPal on this page. You want to further the cause, you got to send it here. You can't send it somewhere else. You got to send it to the priest. The priest is over the offerings. The priest is over the sacrifices. He gave this to Aaron and his sons. No one else. No one else can take Aaron and his son's place. If you try to debate that, then you're changing his word. He said, change not my word. He said, don't add to it, don't take it away. When he said Aaron and his son, end of story. But let's keep on going. See, because you're not going to get the truth until you stick with the word. And a lot of times, just because the word is in the pages doesn't mean that it is being explained to you right. It doesn't. But you have to think, though. You have to use your heart up here and think about what is being said. And then you will go in the right direction. The word of God will when you put the word of God first, then you'll go in the right direction. But if you just put your own thinking, well, I'm going to do it like this. It says that there's a way that seems right. There's a way that seems right. But the end thereof is destruction. There's a way. Now let's keep on going here. Now I'm going to show you. Where did we stop at? On 3, he says, there's an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all. Yea, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil. And don't think that he's just talking about men now. See, because you get it twisted. You can look at the women, the evil women that was in the Bible. Jezebel, she's one. Delilah, she's another one. And there was 2 women in Israel that had a baby. One of them was right and the other one was evil. But there was in Israel. The woman rolled over on her baby and killed her baby, then stole the other woman's baby while she was asleep. So don't you ever think that just because it says that the sons of men's hearts were full of evil, what do you think that the woman that rolled over on her baby and then stole the other lady's baby while she was asleep? Not only that, told Solomon to cut the baby in half and give me half and give her half. But y'all want to read this, see, you don't know how to read. And nobody is explaining this to you. You got just as many gang-banging girls out there carrying pistols down, killing people, than it is boys. Don't y'all know that he says that when you catch the adulteress and the adulterer, together, both of them shall be stoned? A man can't commit adultery by himself. And these are 2 married people. But one would say, well, when he says thou shalt not commit adultery, he's just talking to the man. Well, then how in the hell can the woman commit adultery? And you see it right there in the pages. And he say, they both shall be stoned to death. How can you let somebody tell you anything? I tell you to think. All you got to do is think. Now let's keep on going. And madness is in their hearts. We're in Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Let me see, I need to go with you. Yeah, let's finish this. While they live, and after that, they go to the dead. They go to the dead. And I'm not adding to anything. The woman dies and the man dies. Because he says that both of them shall be stoned to death. I'm talking about those who was committing adultery. It's right in the pages. See, so when this law was written, it was written for all of Israel. All. But if one want to say, well, I can exclude myself from this and I can exclude myself from that because it just says a man, then go ahead on, do what you want to do. But I guarantee you're gonna pay in the end. You're gonna pay in the end. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. He says, I'm gonna pay every man according to his work. Don't you ever think that he's just talking about a man. Because when the prophet told Jezebel, by this time tomorrow, you're gonna be dead, you're gonna be dog meat. When tomorrow came, that heifer was dog meat. Yeah. But you have to be taught. If you want to be taught, you have to be taught. You have to have a willing and understanding heart to receive these truths. Because if not, it just gonna go over your head. Well, it doesn't say a woman, it doesn't say this, it doesn't say that. I tell you, God is not stupid. There's no way that he gonna tell the man to teach his sons and his daughters about his word and his statutes and his commandments. And then when she gets up and then she's married, oh well, you don't do that no more. So now you have changed you have corrupted the word of God. Because what good is it for me to teach you while you're growing up? I'm teaching you our laws as a child. It says train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he gets old, he should not depart. But when I get of age and I get married, then I can depart from different things that were stipulated unto me. What a fool! What a fool! I mean, you're fighting against the scriptures. But let's keep on. We're gonna keep on going here. Now let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 20. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 21. Now watch it right here. Watch it. Proverbs chapter 21. Let's read verse 20. Let's read 19 and 20. He said, it is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and arduous woman. Verse 20 says, there is treasure to be desired in all in the dwellings of the wise, but a foolish man spinneth it up. Y'all see that? A fool, he doesn't know what to do with it. But a wise man does. A fool will throw it away. The fool in heart. Remember I showed you guys over there in Ecclesiastes, I think it's chapter 10, verses 2. It talks about the wise in heart and the fool in heart. Yeah, both of them come from here. Both of them are there. But which one are you going to use? Now let's keep on going. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. See, because wisdom will bring you increase. It will bring you prosperity. It will bring you in an area of prosperous. Deuteronomy chapter 8. Let's look at that. Deuteronomy chapter 8 now. Let's look at that. Now watch this right here. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18. Well, let's read 17 also. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do 16 also. It says, who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee, to do thee good at the latter end. See that? That he may prove thee. Huh? To do thee good at the latter end. I'm going to test you. I'm going to test you. Well, I'm going to do you some good at the latter end. Look what he says. And thou sayest in thy heart, my power and my might of my hand has gotten me this wealth. See that? Now let's get down to business. Now it's time for you to get in place. Let's get in where you fit in. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant with which he swore unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou do at all forget the Lord thy God, walk after other gods, serve them and worship them, I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish. It's right in the pages. It's right in the pages. Which one are you going to do? Which one are you going to do? God is one God. He's not two. He's not three. He's one God. All the names that they called him in the Old Testament were written in these pages. He was never given a female name. He was never given the name of a mother. He may have given examples of displaying actions like a mother, but far above what a mother would do. He just like he said, a mother may forget her suckling child, but I will never forget Israel. He didn't say Judah, he said Israel. That's what he said. He didn't say that anything about the others. He says, I will never forget Israel. Even though the two families that he chose was Israel and Judah. But you can clearly see, you go back and you read your Bible, you are of the house of your fathers. There were 12 sons. There were 12 sons. See, so you got the house of Israel, you got the house of Judah, you got the house of Zebulun, you got the house of Issachar, you got the house of Naphtali, you got all these houses. But he says, I will never forget the house of Israel. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It's right in the pages. But let us keep on going here. I'm gonna show you something here. It is God that gives you wisdom. Wisdom comes from God. Don't come from any other place. Doesn't come from your wife, your girlfriend, your sister, none of that. Wisdom comes from the Most High God. Now let's go to the book of Kings. Now watch this right here. First Kings. Watch this. First Kings, chapter 3. Now we're talking about Solomon here. Solomon knew that he needed wisdom, divine wisdom. He needed more than what he had, because what he had wasn't enough to do his job. And he went to God and he asked God, you got to help me, just like I do. I learned from them. I asked him, you got to help me do this. You got to help me do this job. I can't do this by myself. You got to help me. You got to show me. You got to show me what I should say and do. So here we see Solomon in the 3rd chapter of 1 Kings. Look what he says here in verses 5. Now watch this. But let's read verses. Let's read from verses 2. It says, only the people sacrificed in the high places, because there was no house built in the name of the Lord until those days. And Solomon loved the Lord, walked in his statutes. Y'all see that? Of David his father, only he sacrificed and burnt incense in the high places. See here? David, he's burning incense. See that? But the common people didn't burn incense. These are all male figures that are burning incense in the right place. Look what he says. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for that was the great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer upon that altar. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared unto Solomon in a dream by night. And God said, ask what I shall give thee. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Now look what he says. And Solomon said, thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in upright of heart with thee. And thou hast kept from him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. Now let's jump on down here. Let me see. Do I want to read all this? Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna just keep on reading. That's what I'm gonna do. And now, O Lord, my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David, my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out nor come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this, thy so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord, that Solomon had asked this thing. And God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thy enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding and discerning judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy word. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all your days. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? This is what God gave him. See, you just can't get it. God has to give you this wisdom. God gives you what you need in order to do the job. That's why I asked him, you got to help me. Give me what you want me to have. And he told me, he said, first, warn them of me. Then you give them instructions on getting their heart right. Because I'm coming. And the only way you're going to have to be able to stand before the Most High God is you're going to have a pure heart. He said, only the pure in heart shall see God. It's right in the pages. I ain't making up nothing. I ain't making up nothing. You got to get your heart right. And if your heart ain't right, you're in trouble. That's why I'm here. I'm here to warn you. We got to get it right. And we say it all the time, there's a way that seemeth right unto man, but the end thereof is destruction. There is not any destruction that is going to come to you if your heart is right. If your heart is right toward the Most High, there is not any destruction that is going to come to you. But all those that have a wicked heart, better look out. Better look out. Because he's coming. He's coming. You better look out. Now let's keep on going here now. We're in Proverbs. What I said was that Proverbs what now? I mean, which well I said it was in Kings, right? Yeah, Kings. Okay. Now let's go to let's jump down to 15 and then we're gonna move on. All right. Now this here, as I stated, what was it? It was a dream. He said he appeared to him in a dream, right? Look what he says in 15. And Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream. But God communicated to him in a dream. Now look what happened. And behold, it was a dream. And he came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord and offered up burnt offerings and offered peace offerings and made a feast to all his servants. Then came two women, that were harlots unto the king. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Now we're going to test you. Solomon is going to test. He's going to test this dream that God came to him and see whether he got it or not. I'm going to show you, Solomon. You got it. You got it. See, if you got something, you need to test it to see whether it's any good or not. Now here comes the test. Look what he says here. 17. And one of the women said, "Oh, my Lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. And it came to pass the third day after that I was delivered, that this woman was delivered also. And we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save we two in the house." Now remember, now these are two whores that are living in Israel. These are not strangers. See, I'm telling you, see, I told you about your heart. See, don't let nobody tell you that you ain't got shit in your heart, see, because you see two. Now, if you are my people, if you are my people, it is explicitly showing you here in the mirror that it was two of your sisters that are long gone, that one of them has some evil shit in her heart. I told you about that. It's right in the pages. So don't you let nobody fool you saying that oh, well, you ain't did no sin in it. No. They're fooling you full of shit. Now look what he says here. And this woman child died, 19, in the night because she overlaid it. And she arose at midnight and took mine from me. You stole my baby. When he says in the commandments, thou shalt not steal, he's not only talking to a man, he's talking to all the women too. But that's not part of me. He's just talking to the men, telling the men, don't steal. How ridiculous. What a fool. I mean, how could one even try to digest that foolishness? She stole her sister's baby while she was asleep. But the commandment says, thou shalt not steal. But I'm going to show you how wicked our sister was. How much evil she had in her heart. Not only towards this woman, which was her sister, but against her child also. She didn't care about what God had said about thou shalt not steal. Neither did she care anything about thou shalt not bear false witnesses. Neither did she care anything about thou shalt not covet thy neighbors. Anything. She didn't care about that. Because It doesn't apply to her. It only applies to the men. But you're gonna see here that she broke pretty much all of the commandments. Thou shalt love thy brother, thy neighbor as thyself. Thou shalt love one another. But she had no love for her sister, neither any love for her sister's child. We're gonna go ahead on. I'm gonna show you. Right in the pages. And she arose at midnight 20 and took my son from beside me while thine handmaid slept, and laid it in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom. And when I rose in the morning to give my son suck, behold, it was dead. But when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son which I did bear. She looked at the child and said, this ain't my baby. Every mother knows their children. Every mother knows their child. When you see a child doing something, I don't give a damn how they're 13, 14 years old, and somebody come down from down the street and say, well, your child did this, and the child said, no, I didn't. The mother knows whether they did it or not. They know their child. This woman here knew her baby. She knew her son. 22. And the other woman said, nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. Now they're talking to Solomon. God came to Solomon in a dream. Solomon, I gave you something, son. I gave you what you asked for and all that you didn't ask for. I gave it to you. Now let's test it. Let's test it and see whether it's true or not. Look what he says here. And this said, nay, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spake before the king. Then said the king, the one said, this is my son that liveth, and thy son is the dead. And the other said, nay, but thy son is the dead, and my son is the living. And the king said, bring me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, the king said, divide the living child into two, and give half to one and half to the other. Then spake the woman whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned for her son. And she said, oh my Lord, give her the living child, and no wise slay it. But the other said, let it be neither mine nor. Right there in the pages. Right there in the pages. She has a wicked ass heart. Right in the pages. There's no love there. She stole, which my God said, don't. Then she bare false witness. She lied. She lied before the king and said that the baby is mine, not hers. But you can see here, it is plain as day. The commandments are being played out, and she's breaking every damn one of them. She's breaking every one of them. She doesn't even love the Lord. Because if she loved the Lord, she would love her sister. Huh? If she loved the Lord, she would love his commandments. And Jesus even said it over there to his followers. Jesus even said, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's what he told them over there. But you can see here, she don't have no fear of God at all. She cut him in half and give her half and give me half. Why would you want to destroy part of the family if you have this love in you that you're supposed to. But the love is not there. She doesn't even care about this woman, nor this woman's child. Let's finish this off. She says, no wise slay it. But the other said, let it be neither mine nor hers, but divided. Then the king answered and said, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof. And all of Israel heard the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in him to do judgment. They witnessed it. They saw it. But you can see here, go read the 10 Commandments and think about this woman. Think about it. And see, did she break mostly all of them? She didn't care anything about the Most High God. She didn't even care about lying to the king. Because the scripture tells us, be careful how you speak to the king. Because where the word of a king is, there is power. There is power. But she didn't even fear the king. She didn't. She didn't fear the Most High. She didn't fear the king. She didn't fear the woman. She didn't fear any of the commandments that God had put before Israel. She didn't. Because she had a wicked heart. And all the issues of life comes from the heart. Now let's look at Proverbs chapter 8. Let's go there real quick. Watch here. Proverbs chapter 8. Let's look at this. Okay, let's read Proverbs chapter 8, verses 14 and 15. It says, counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. By me the king reign, and prince decree justice. By me. By me. Y'all see that? Y'all see it? King has to have wisdom. And by wisdom will give him understanding. That's why he could make the judgment that he made. But a fool wouldn't have made that. But anyway, family, we're going to close out there. Y'all know how we do it at the end of our teaching. We come together with one voice and one mind. All together. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. One word, one God, one people, one love. Levi. All praise, all praise, all praise. Happy Sabbath, family. Happy Sabbath. We love you, we love you, we love you. And remember, meditate on what I've given you. Meditate on what the Most High God have given we, his people. Think about it. Huh? Why? Because God ponders the heart. Huh? Let this word not depart from you. Keep this word in the midst of your heart. Keep it there. Why? Because when it's in your heart, you can use it. You can use it, all right? So until our next Sabbath, we say we love you, family, and shalom. Bye-bye.